Alrighty, we are live according to my screen anyway. Welcome, 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 and thank you for joining us tonight. Hope everybody's doing all right on the other side of the computer. Um, I, if you're new to our channel, I'm running my email across the bottom there. It used to be easy to find me by looking at Vintage Dust by George G, but now it's this at GGG1955, which is my handle on YouTube. And so I know that's confusing some folks, but that's the way it has to be. Apparently, YouTube has decided to switch to that because there was a lot of miscommunication about certain channels. Apparently, some people were spoofing other channels and using their name, and so the at GGG1955 is unique. There will be no other channels with that name, and the same thing for others that you see that out there. So that's the reason you're seeing that now. Okay. Anyway, we are here in Northwest Vermont, about 2 hours from Montreal, roughly about 95 miles, and we are, let's say, less than an hour, maybe an hour to the border, and about 35-40 minutes to Lake Champlain. So it gives you some idea of the geography. And yes, we had that big snowstorm. And yes, we're okay. We never lost power. We never got the freezing rain. I know a lot of folks were really badly affected. We had some friends down in Texas that survived, but it was rough. And I think I don't know if they ever lost power. They didn't say, but we've spoken with them since and they're okay. So they're near Austin. So they're not as far north as some in Texas. So anyway, so thanks for being here. Okay, let's go through the spiel here before I forget. Welcome, of course. And if you're new, my emails are going across the bottom of the screen right now. I think I should be. And email me your real name, your YouTube name, the at thing, and shipping and PayPal information. We use PayPal for invoicing. I can accommodate other things if necessary. I have accounts on we can do Zelle, we can do Venmo, we can do Cash App. I think that's all I've got right now. Anyway, so but I prefer PayPal. It's just easier. But it's up to you if there's something that works better. You can let me know though in the email. Okay, we do bidding here on the chat if that's something new to you, and we bid in dollar or more increments up to $10, $2 or more after $10. I ask you to do that. Simple rule. Once I post sold in the chat, the bidding is closed on that item. I'm not planning on doing multiple items tonight, but I say that I often change my mind. So we can see how it goes. Anyway, so let me see. Oh, and silver and gold. I have some silver items tonight. I had some gold plated last week. I don't think I have any tonight, but I could be not remembering that correctly. But I'll identify those items that are marked, and I can tell you right now I haven't had the chance to test any of them. But I can give you at least my confidence level in certain items. I've got some items that are unusual tonight, I think, different. Stuff I haven't done in quite a while, or maybe never. So that should be interesting to see how that goes. And like I say, be sure to say hello in the chat. It's always nice to know who's out there. And like I say, what else do I need to let you know? I guess that's it. Like I said, we got about close to a foot of snow from that storm. Oh, fluff. It was very cold. We got down to it was 15 or 17 below without the wind over the weekend. And even during the storm, I don't think it got much into the single digits above zero. It has been the last couple of days more comfortable. I think it hit 20 today, so above. So we're doing okay. I got the wood stove, and we get that keeps us going. We have a 160-year-old, almost 170-year-old house, and it's drafty in places. So even though we've done a lot of work to it to try and bring it up to code and everything, but there's still some spots we've got to address, and we've been working at that for a long time. So hopefully we'll get some of that done. And I see, I'm fully retired in the sense, other than this is our side business here, our little side, as my kids call it, side hustle. So I've got a ton of stuff. We've got some stuff I'm hoping to get some time with this winter weather and stuff like that, where we don't go out much, to get a lot more stuff out on our eBay channel and maybe on Poshmark and or Etsy as well. So sure to visit us there when you get a chance. I think we go on eBay. It's the Vintage Dust Emporium, and I forget what I honestly don't remember. I think it's still Vintage Dust Emporium on the other channels as well, or some related thing like that. Okay. So I'm going to get started with something I think I've shown something like this in the past. And I say in the past, it's probably, I want to say a couple of years ago or more. So I'm going to switch cameras. And I think it's easier to show them on the other camera than it is on this one. So let's do that. Let me get to my settings here and switch. And okay. So I have got, oh boy, a little bit of glare. Let's see if we can fix that. That's a little better, right? It doesn't show it as well. Let me see if I can. No, I'm just trying to get rid of that glare. So give me a second. There we go. Okay. So we've got this golden berry mistletoe assortment here. And oops, I gotta get this, get my screen up where I can see it better. And let's get rid of this banner so we can give you more things to see, have more room on the screen. So, okay, let me get back to the comments here. All right, so these are all brand new. This is Golden Berry Mistletoe Fine Fragrance Mist, 8 ounce, brand new. I've got this Golden Berry Mistletoe Body Cream, 24-hour moisture, it says, and I've got this Golden Berry Mistletoe Body Wash. Okay. I haven't decided if I want, if I can make you an offer. I'll tell you what. I'm just gonna put this as mistletoe. If I can spell mistletoe. M-I-S-T-E-L-E-T-O-E. It's right there on the screen. I should don't know how to spell it, right? Assortment. And I'm going to sell it as a set, I think. And so we're going to start this at $15. And that, you're going to see, is a really good place to start. Here is the original price on that. For this one item is $17.95. For this one item is also $17.95. And for this one item, I believe is also similar, $15.95. Okay, so you're essentially getting it for $5 a piece. They're brand new, never been opened. And it's a gold color, and it's really looking washed out here. That's why I'm trying to fix the thing with my camera here. So give me a second. I can maybe get a little more light on it without it. There we go. That shows the golden color a little better. Back it off right here to there. And oh, that's what I'm looking for. I'm missing my little diffuser. I have a diffuser I was using to cut the intensity of that light down. Does that help? A little bit. Not much, not enough. Let me give me a second. I do want to make it so you can see it better. Oh, there it is. My very inexpensive diffuser. But that kind of cuts the glare down a little bit. So, again, let me show you. This is the 8 ounces of Golden Berry Mistletoe Fragrance Mist. And Mistletoe Ultimate Hydration Body Cream. I forget who makes this. It does say that on the cream, it's made with vitamin E, aloe, shea, and cocoa butters, and hyaluronic acid. Oh, Bath and Body Works. Bath and Body Works. So, and that is, I think, another 10 ounce of the body wash. And that you can see a list of ingredients, too big for me to read, too long for me to read. But it does say it was dermatologist tested, so if that's any concern. But here it is, the set. You can see the list price on there, and I still found this out there on, I think it was Amazon. And it was a 4-piece set. I don't have 3 pieces, but and it was going for a lot more than $15, but not $15 a piece. It certainly wasn't going for well, yeah, it was in the 40 plus range, $40-50 range, I think, or something like that. So this is a pretty good deal, I think. There we are. I figured I would start out with something like that. Let me just write it down so I don't forget. Mistletoe set. And I actually have just these 2 without the cream as an extra set too. And if there's anybody who's interested in just that without the cream, I could give you a better deal. I can give you that for 10. So I'm just going to write it down that I showed it. And we will do our first piece of jewelry. Okay. Like I said, I've got toys tonight. I've got games. I've got jewelry. I've got some miscellaneous items, I'm going to call it. So we'll start with that. Okay, well, we'll pass on that. And, okay. Let's put that aside. And let's go with our first piece of jewelry. This is brand new in the package, so I wasn't quite sure. I guess I should take it out of the package, but this is a gold tone chain. I think I am going to take it out of the package. I'm going to set it down here, and I'll show you what it looks like in the package, and then I'll take it out. It says balance. Boy, I really am dealing with a lot of glare issues tonight. Let me see if turning this down will help. Turn the intensity down a bit. Okay. So it says make a wish and put on your necklace. And it's just a gold tone chain with this bar. So I'm going to open the package, and I'm going to call this the Balance necklace. And we'll start this at $5. And let me just get it out of the package. Looks like just a peel open package, so it's not gonna. You don't have to damage the packaging to get it out, but it gets that glare off of it. And so here's the backing for it. And oops, get it out of here just so you can see it better. What it looks like. There. And it has an extender chain. Looks like a 16-inch gold tone with a lobster claw style clasp. And I'm going to take it off that card because I think on the white it shows better. I hope actually on my board here. I can put it on a board. You can see how it hangs. Let's do that. It looks like about a 2-inch extender chain on it. I'm going to stand this up, and we'll bring the camera up, and you can see how how it hangs on like that. Again, just wanted to see how it hangs, and then I think, boy, everything's looking a little washed out tonight. Thought I had that problem fixed last week. Let me give it a little more light. See if that helps. See, my flesh tone should. There we go. There's a better looking flesh tone now. So you can see it's got this golden tone piece. Very simple. As I say, balance. What do they say on here? Make a wish and put on your necklace. Wear it as a reminder that a happy life is not built upon the goal of perfection, but balance. So, hence the shape, I assume. So, Okay. Excuse me. It is very dry in our house with the wood stove. And I have a cast iron kettle on the stove full of water, and it's barely, it is not enough to keep us humidified. But we don't like to run humidifiers, they tend to be too noisy. Okay, no interest in the balance necklace, so we will pass on that. And if there's anybody who, by the way, I always say this, people are sometimes bouncing back and forth between auctions and or they come in later. That's fine. Just email me if there's something you see that didn't sell that you're interested in. I'm more than happy to communicate with you on that. So who wouldn't be, right? It kind of makes sense. All right, let's get that out of the way. Let's see what's next. Okay, like I said, I have a lot of oddball things. So let's go with, this is a little past season sort of, but that's okay. Anybody loves to play? We love to play dominoes in our household sometimes. So here's a domino set and it's related to the movie A Christmas Story. It's brand new. There's no plastic wrap around it, so I don't. But it doesn't appear that it's ever been taken out of the box or used. We will start with the Christmas Story dominoes, and it's a full, what they call a double 6 set. We'll start this at $9. I can't type here. Here we go. Let's try that again. Okay. So yeah, so this is what they look like without the cover. There's more underneath, of course, and underneath this little plastic tray, that's all for display and or storage. And get something to pop that open so you can see what it looks like. And I just need something to push on the edge. There we go. There we go. See if I can pop this underneath here without damaging the plastic. I'm trying to get it open without damaging it. I don't think this has been out. I don't think this has ever been opened. Well, let me try again. So, let's see if I can something here that's, we'll grab it a little better. Oh, my pocket knife. I always have my pocket knife on me. Come on. You can see it's in this plastic case, and they're all, oh, that's interesting. All the dominoes are inside this, underneath this piece. They go all the way into the plastic. The rules for playing the various versions of dominoes are underneath it. That's interesting. I did not realize that. I didn't take them out, so I guess if I lift one out, you see the others underneath. No, they're heavy. It's got to be it must be a lid on it. Okay, I'll figure it out. But anyway, you get the idea. So, but no interest in that. That's okay. We're going to pass on it. Let's see anybody in the chat saying something. So we'll pull that out of the way and go back to some jewelry. Oh, let's see here. I have an interesting mix of stuff tonight, jewelry, and I've got one really nice pair of earrings I mentioned in the preview that we'll get to in a bit. But for right now, I just want to, let's go with this pair. And, for my display, there it is. These are little painted beads, green, on the silver. I'm going to bring the camera down here so you can see it better. Now, I know black doesn't always work well, but I'll take it off the card in a minute here. Green glass bead earrings. Oh, come on, type it out. Starting at, let's say $6. They're really, really, actually, they're not just plain green. They're, let's see if I can get the show here better. You can see this, the bead is painted. Both of them. I don't know if it's hand painted or not, but that's what it is. So there's a little pattern on there and a gold tone beads in between. Excuse me. There they are. And that actually shows it better without my hand being in the way. Yeah, right. They do catch the light nicely, as you can see when I'm holding it up. There, let's bring that up closer. Excuse me, I'm gonna mute myself. My sorry, I'll blow my nose. There, I'm back. Okay. Sorry, there's the earrings. As I've mentioned before, I think last week I showed this, give you a fast scan of the room. You can see all the boxes and stacked up things to the ceiling that we've got. But hey, Kevin, nice to see you. If you want to purchase, the only thing I require is that you email me your information, your name. Don't know, assuming Kevin Hawthorne may be your name, but your YouTube name, your shipping information, and your PayPal information, and we'll be all set. And I'm not even going to check. I just assume if you do bid on anything that you will have sent that information. So I appreciate that. Okay. So that is that. You can, if you go back to the beginning and you see something you want, just email me or put it in the chat, whatever. It's not a problem. So it's going to be a mixture of things tonight. Like I said, I've came across some really interesting stuff that I didn't remember that I had. So I was going to show some of that tonight as well. And I forgot, and they're right around the corner, so I may take a breather. I have some Trifari jewelry I forgot that I meant to bring. I meant to bring it last week, and it's just around the corner in another box. So I will probably do that as well. But okay, we're going to pass on this, and let's go to excuse me. Let me think here. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Let's do the first toy, I guess. This is a action figure, as they call it, from Star Wars. Let me break back up the camera here a little bit and see if I can cut the glare out. And let's see here. Is that going to work? No, I'm going to have to tip it just right to get it clear. Oh, there we go. If I just hold it like that. So I'm going to let go for a minute, but this is, as you can see the name on there, Jyn Erso from Forces of Destiny Star Wars. Let's clip out of here. I don't think the clip will do me any good. I could try to clip it, I guess, and see if it will stay, but yeah. Ah, that worked. Okay. So as you can see, it's brand new in the box. We're going to start this at $7. I think so. We'll say. See if there's any interest in just starting at that price. And Kevin, if there's anything in particular you think you'd be interested in, I throw it in the chat. I've got comic books, I've got vinyl albums, I have got various collectibles and glassware, and trying to think what else here. I don't do a lot of clothing on the auction. I have a few pieces that are within reach, but that kind of thing. I have all, so for those that attend here on a routine basis, they know I have a lot pretty good deals in jewelry and those types of things. So I even have a box of fishing lures just around the corner here. So and I say the kind of older, not I would say maybe even vintage. I'm not sure. I'm not knowledgeable, but that kind of stuff. So anyway, that's the kind of things we offer. I've got some coins as well, if anybody's interested in coins. I know I have sold some in the past. I've got everything from commemoratives to foreign coins. Not too much in the American side, but I do have some. I have one silver coin I came across tonight. It is not American, but it's silver, and I'll be showing that one coming up shortly here. So, all right. No interest in the action figure. We will pass on that. I usually go to about 10:30. So for those that are new here, and unless things are going along swimmingly and people are interested in some of the other items I have, then we'll maybe extend the night. But for those that know me, we have a couple dogs, and usually by 10:30 or so, it's time to put them out. So, okay. I'm just trying to figure out what I'm bringing up next. Another piece of jewelry. Like I said, I'm going to alternate between items and jewelry. I'm trying to remember if I showed this the other week. I don't think I did. I think I forgot to. So I'm going to pass on this, and we will throw another piece of jewelry out there. Okay. Interested in the action figure. And let me get this out of the bag. This is I think, let's say, agate, I believe, necklace. I do better when I get out of the bag here. These sealing bags, sometimes they get the best of me when I try to open them. That's what happens when you get arthritis and you get old. So, all right, yeah. And this is on I think it's an 18-inch chain. Oops, hang on, it's a little tangled here. All right. It might even be longer than that. It's a pretty long chain. Bring the camera closer and down, and so I'll show you the polished stone that's on it. But what they did is they put gold plate. It looks like gold plating. I can't guarantee that it is, but that's what it appears to be on the back. Usually, it's a very, very thin coating. So and it's a gold tone chain. It's not a gold chain with this standard clasp, so it is not gold. Let me get my ruler and tell you how length of that chain. Let me get that, and then we'll put a price up there on the screen. That is a almost 22, a little over 22-inch chain. So agate pendant with gold, and we'll put a question mark on chain, gold tone, chain. We'll start this at $7. Okay, so put that on the screen. And show it again up close. You can see it's been polished. The way that shape is in the back, I'm beginning to wonder, maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe that's not a stone. Maybe that is a seashell. I just realized that. I hadn't looked at this closely before. So let me get rid of that twiddle and remove that comment. And we'll call that a polished seashell. With gold tone necklace. And we're still going to start this at 7. Let's try to be accurate here. I didn't realize that until when I was looking at the package, I saw this. And I didn't think about it too much, and I saw the gold toning, gold plating, and I didn't look at the little opening. It's actually open, so yeah, that's a seashell. It's been polished. That's what threw me. So I want people out in the chat. You got to catch me on these things. Tell me when I'm doing, making mistakes. Wouldn't be the first time. Okay. All right. Excuse me. Gotta keep sipping. All right. The next item is very timely, I think. And I have to make sure I get it out to you as quickly as possible. So let's pass on this guy. And we'll hide that. Put this back in the bag. And I have 2 boxes of Valentines. Dinosaur themed Valentine. Brand new in the box. I will see. Dinosaur. Well, obviously, I would assume they're for children, but. And it says includes 1 bonus teacher card. And like I said, I've got 2 boxes. They're identical. Oh my. Here we go. We'll start this at $6 $3 a box. There's 25 cards. They're not a Hallmark or anything like that. They're Happy Home. It was distributed by Rite Aid. Oh, okay. And it looks like there's the one for the teacher there. It shows, and then it shows you what the inside of the card looks like. Okay. Meanwhile, I have, like I said, a couple of pieces I have tonight, jewelry, or I'd say unique is the best way to put it. That last one wasn't, well, I'm sure it was somewhat unique in the sense that you're not going to find an identical shell like that, but you likely could find something similar. Oh yeah, let me jump right into I have to hold off on that one. We'll do that one later. Let's see, what can we do next here? Give me a second. I'll go with that. There, again, for those that aren't familiar or new here, my wife had a jewelry business for many years, but that was like 30 plus years ago, and some of the stuff came from her stuff that she made. Not all of it, but some of it. And so that's why I know where some of the material came from, and that's why I have some confidence in certain items being, knowing that they are definitely silver or not. So there's that. Like I said, the Trifari pieces, I'm going to see if I can grab those here shortly. Give me a second. I just want to fix something I just came across. And we'll show that piece of jewelry next. It needed a new jump ring, and I happen to have them right here with me. So some of the jewelry we have is antique or vintage, and some of it came from the States, things like that. So, okay. No interest in the Valentines. We will pass on those. Hope everybody out there is doing well. Just under here. Yeah, and underneath the drawer here. Okay, this piece of jewelry, I am fairly confident in the piece. I didn't get a chance to test it, but you guys see it's a really interesting piece, and I'll explain it in a minute here. The chain it's on is either silver or silver plate. It says 925, but I'm not convinced. I think it's a mislead. I think it is silver plate for sure, but not necessarily silver. 925 silver. So I'm going to leave it at that. And that's an 18-inch chain, a little rope style. So what this is a piece of pottery that has been surrounded by silver and made into a pendant. So I'm going to call it the pottery pendant on chain. And we'll start this at $8, I think. Now I'll show it up close here in a minute. And you'll see what I mean when I show it up close. I get a palm in my hand here so I can try to be steady on camera. Oh, come on. Let's get that clear off of there. I'm trying to keep my hands steady, but my hands, I'm at an awkward angle here. But there it is. You can see it's a little rose, and when you look up really, really close on it, you can see that the pattern, it kind of goes off a bit, and the back of it is just like that. You can see the pottery on the back. So I put this jump ring I just put on just now because the one that was on there was garbage. That's silver, actually. I know that is silver, but and so it's a really interesting piece. I see Kelly. I see you there. Hi, how you doing? Glad to see you there. So I see your bid of 8. So again, like I said, this chain is marked 925, but well, let's put it this way: it's a little too friendly with it. It is slightly attractive to magnets. So that's why it makes me think it's more silver plated than silver. Just so you know, I'm trying to be honest here, and it is brand new. The chain is brand new, but I don't think it's. But anyway, we'll say going once, going twice. Last call, and what was I doing here? Oh yeah. Something okay. I just going back in the chat, make sure I didn't miss somebody. And we'll say sold to Kelly for $8. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We put that in a nice little clean plastic bag, and you put your name on it. And today is the 28th, 2026. Amazing. Oops, I just knocked a piece of jewelry down somewhere. Okay, let me set that aside where it's safe. And I hate it when I knock things around. Okay, well, there it is. I was looking for my tape measure. Found that at least. Okay. Well, I dropped something. I'll probably find it later. In the bag. All right. Fun. I'll probably end up stepping on where they dropped. All right. That was jewelry. So let's see. I know I've been showing some Barbie stuff, and we'll do that again today. Let's get that off the screen. So, all right. So this is a Barbie wardrobe. I don't know if there are any pieces that go with it. I think there might have been like some hangers or something like that. There aren't any. It's just the box or the container or whatever. It's a little dusty. Let me see if I can get this thing to cooperate here. Oh, it's got a latch. Oh, that's why I'm open. So you can see the hangers, and it's got this loopy thing here that I don't understand what it does, but it's there. And so I'm going to call it the Barbie wardrobe. And I think like somebody put a sticker on there at one time. This is not brand new. I mean, there's a little heart sticker on there. But it seems to be okay. It seems to be intact. I didn't see damage. It's got a handle on the top to pick it up with. Well, that is not how I spell that. Let me spell that again. There we go. I misspelled the word. And we'll start this at, I have no idea. It's Barbie, so we'll say $10. Like I said, I think maybe because, a lot of the Barbie clothes do come with hangers, so maybe, and it's got a drawer here. I think it's just, it's got a drawer here, I think it's a drawer. But, and then shelving that's adjustable. You can see there's little slots here, hangers, things like that. So, and as you saw me messing with the latch here. There's the back. It's got a little schmutz here, but that's easy to clean up. But, let me back up a little better here so you can see the whole thing. There. Get that out of the way. If there's any interest in the Barbie wardrobe, like I said, there's nothing in it inside, but I see Kelly at 10. Like I said, I have no idea. I'm probably, maybe I'm giving you the best deal in the world. I have no idea. I didn't even try. I comped this like a long time ago, let's just say, and I forgot what it went for, and I didn't write it down anywhere. So, so I just know that I'm probably giving it to you for more than I paid for it, but that's about all I can say. Okay, we're going to say going once, going twice, last call. Hopefully you comped it and you're getting a good deal. I have no idea. Kelly, for $10. Okay. Thank you again, Kelly. And we'll, you sell one on eBay for $8. Oh, well, I can give it to you for $8. I have no problem with that. Let me write that down. Clipboard. Here it is. Okay, let me put that down. 8. Kelly. Hang on a second. Now I'm trying to write something else down. Pottery. Oh. That was Kelly as well. Okay. So I wrote it down for 8. Even though it says in the chat 10, you got it for 8. Okay. Julie. Does this have a name? It's got a hang thing. Oh, it does have a name. Okay. So I always like to. Let me see what the name is on this before I put it up there so I can check it with the loop here.
Okay. This necklace I'm showing now, or going to be showing shortly here, does have a little, what I call a hang tag on it that tells you the manufacturer or the designer or whichever. And it looks like it says a line, a space, a vertical bar line. So we'll show that. I'll get the camera back up close here because we had to move it back so far for the. I didn't see any other markings. Let me double check. Just double. I'm pretty sure it's not marked any other way. Yeah, it's just silver tone, not silver. But okay. Let me write this down. We'll start this. Okay. Let me put it in the chat first, and I'll write it down. We'll start this at $7. How's that? And I also got to write down some other things I didn't do. I'm slipping here because I'm not writing down everything I've been showing. Oh yeah, the Star Wars thing. Yeah. So, okay. Let's show this a little better. So that's obviously this is just, yeah, there's not a stone in there. It's kind of a nice yellow piece in there. There's the back. And the chain, see, is one of these, like I call it snake chain. And it's got a good long extender on it. And I don't know if I can get this to show on camera or not, but there's the name. Line. Yeah, it looks like without the extender, I'd say easily an 18-inch chain. Yes. Okay. And something I had to go look up here real quick before I forget. Oh yeah. I'm trying to. I forgot to write down a couple of items that I showed. I'm trying to keep track of what I'm doing here. So, okay. Especially if somebody emails me later and says, "Oh, I'm interested in such and such a thing." So, yeah. Okay. I can always go back, of course, look at the video. But, all right. So that's that. Okay. No interest in that, so we will pass. Oops. And help by typing in the right place. And we'll take that off screen. Pick that up. I have, like I said, some interesting stuff tonight. I'm going to show you a coin, for example. This one I did look up. Well, I should say I used AI on it. This is a silver coin, and it is a silver Canadian coin. That is a quarter. I did not clean it up at all. What year was it? Hang on. I didn't write it down. If I can find it on here. I know people, 1952. So, maybe look something before I'll show it. It's just, I'll show it to you a little closer here in a second. Okay. So this is a 19, what did I say, 50, whatever it was. It's 80% silver. And it's worth, just for the melt value, $17. So if it was in better condition as a collectible, it'd be worth significantly more. As you can see, the condition is not great. It's roughly 0.15 troy ounces of silver. So I'm going to put this at, this is a, what was the year again? 1950 something, 50. Anyway, one more time. Give me a second here. I gotta write this down, or I'll keep forgetting what it is. Oh, it's on the other side. I said 52, I think, right? Yes, 52. So 1952 Canadian silver quarter. I'm going to start this at $14. Now, remember I said just for the silver, it's worth more than that. So I'm trying to give you a little bit of a deal. I mean, I didn't pay $14 for this, so I'm making money. And I see Kelly at 14. And I say, I just did a quick Google of this thing because I couldn't remember what I had looked it up before and I didn't write it down. I'm terrible that way. Oh, goodness gracious. And we are going to say going once. And of course, silver is, and like I say, this is, if this was in mint condition, it'd be worth over $100 just because it's a collectible. It is not worth that. It is worth probably in this condition $20 to $30, I think. But I'm just selling it for the silver. So there are people who collect these. So I just wish it was in better shape. But anyway, like I say, going twice. Either way, you're getting something that's worth more than what you're paying for right now. So I'm happy to give that to you. Last call. Sold to Kelly for $14. Thank you, Kelly. I will put that in this bag. Oops, not that bag. Not that bag. That bag. There we go. Like I said, that's the one, I think, bargain of the night right there. As I'm sure, you can see it up close. You can see it can still, it's still legible. It's not that it's not legible. It's just got, some kind of, maybe it'll clean up nicely. I don't know. My phone just fell. That was nice. I do collect coins, but this is one I just really no interest in. So let me write your name down. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Jewelry. Oh, let's go with some earrings. These are cute. Little seashell themed earrings. I don't think there's any markings on them. Let me double check. Yes, they are. Oh, good. I'm trying to read the marking on here. Just bear with me a second so I can give you all the information I have. I can make out the 925 plainly. I just can't make out everything. Let me see if the other earring's better marked. It's marked right on the wire, so. Okay, let's show the earrings, I guess, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And they came on a really weird little card here. Let's put them. I gotta fix that camera so I can get it closer. But I'll bring the earrings up. So the ear wires are marked 925. Okay. So we will start these at $7, I think. And I'll show them up close here in a second. I'm looking for something I can steady my hand with. Maybe. Put them on top of that. That brings it up a little closer. Yeah, it actually shows them pretty well. So there's the earrings, and they're on, a shepherd's hook. I don't think you'll be able to see it on camera with the markings. Maybe you will, if I can find the right spot. But anyway, they're cute little earrings. Sorry, I'm trying to get them to show properly. There we go. Because it is the ear wire for sure is 925. The earring, the little seashell things are not marked. It could be silver. I don't know. I can do the magnet test real quick here. Okay, they're magnetic, so I would say they're not silver. They could be silver plate. But okay, let's see. Going once. Going twice. Last call. I wonder what the lag is tonight. I haven't checked it. There's a delay from what I type and see in the video and all that stuff. So, oh, that's cute. Sister Dives. We'll say sold to Kelly for $7. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me write that down. There we go. Written down. Okay, let me bag those up. Okay. Hopefully, Kelly, you got your package by now. I know it's quite a distance to go, and I was a little concerned with the weather. I did wait till, I think it was Tuesday. No, when did I send those out? Oh, maybe not yet. No, I got mailed out on Tuesday, so probably not. No. I'm just thinking. Yeah, I just realized that I had to wait till Tuesday because of the storm. So, not that we had no troubles here at all. We were very good shape here, weather-wise. So, okay, I mentioned it earlier in the video here in the auction. So that we used to have a jewelry business, but one of the things I did on the side was and I still do have a tumbler that would tumble stones and stuff like that. I get the raw material and tumble them myself. And I still do some on occasion, but I haven't done anything lately. But I'm just going to leave them right on that little thing that displays things nicely. So I'm going to leave them right there. So this is a combination. This is a piece of petrified wood. And these are various stones. I think this is a piece of jasper. I think colors would come up pretty good. And I forget what that's called. I'm drawing a blank. And so you can see they're polished. This is a really nice finish on that one. And another piece there. Okay. Just simple tumble stones. I know kids love them. And some adults collect them as well. So I'm going to say the set of 5 polished stone. I'm just going to say stones. They're more than just stones because there's some kind of mineral. We'll say we'll start this at, what was I thinking? $5. Five for 5. If you go to one of these shops that sell these things like that, you're going to pay way. They charge they base on size, and these are all roughly. I think I tried to pick these. They're all at least 1 inch in size, so or larger. So, if there's any interest? Okay, I can write that down. Just to say, in case somebody contacts me later. All right. Meanwhile, I have. Let's see. What do we do? We have to do. I just did earrings, so I have. Oh, I got one ring. I think. I should maybe do one ring. I see Kelly at 5. And just give me a second here, and I'll count it down here. Just double checking something. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, and we'll say going once, going twice. Last call, and sold to Kelly for $5. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And let me write your name down here. Goodness, see, there's dryness in this house. It's really getting to me sometimes. Not just in my throat and my eyes. Of course, I'm upstairs, so it's not quite as bad upstairs. I mean, not near the wood stove. All right. And let me write your name down here. you again. Okay. Okay, we showed. Let me see here. This. I have some more Bath and Body stuff I showed at the beginning. Let's do that one. How's that? Oh, I got two of those. I've got two of those and two of these. So I'm going to do a buy it now, name it to claim it. So let me get the glare off of this. These two things are the same thing. So we'll put those over there. That way you can see hopefully see the name properly. This one's Carried Away, easy to read, Bright Christmas Morning. So just say away or morning, and okay, for those that are unfamiliar, it's a name it to claim it, and I'm going to say it's going to be a buy it now for $5. So you got to be fast typing if you want to get it, and just name it to claim it. Like I said, there's what did I say? Away or morning. And if you want more than one, indicate that in there. So these originally went for $15, $14.95. These are brand new. These went for $16.95. And so this says it's the ultimate hydration body cream. Fragrance notes: red ripe berries, blood orange, and crisp apple. It's vitamin E, aloe, shea, and cocoa butters, and hyaluronic acid. And then this is Carried Away is a body wash with provitamin B5 and aloe. If there's any interest in that. And I'm going to have the next piece of jewelry I'm working on the next piece of jewelry here. I'm just had to fix something on that as well, or attach something on it, I should say. Oh, that's what I want to look for too. There it is. And sure, I'll consider just about anything, Kelly. What would you like? Shoot away. I'm listening. Done. Put that in the chat. Done. Oops, I meant to say 2 body creams, but that's right. It's in plural, so it's a given. So that's these 2. Cool. Yeah, what did I say the flavor was? I said the fragrance was red berries, and blood orange, and crisp apple. Interesting combination. So, okay, let me write that down. I'm always willing to listen to deals. And
All right. Okay. Whoops, what did I do here? Killed my camera. Oh, all right, let's bring that back. Oh, now on the camera too. Oh my goodness! I think my camera must have bumped something here. Uh-oh, it's not showing that camera. Why is it not showing that camera? Loose connection somewhere here. Give me a second. There we go. All right, let's try that again. Camera. Okay. All right, here we go. Back. We're back. We are back. Okay, where was I? Piece of jewelry. I just had it in my hands. And I set it down to fix the camera problem. There it is. All right, this is an interesting piece. It didn't have a necklace, so I threw another one of these questionable 925 pieces on it. But the pendant alone, I looked this up. The pendant alone was really what I'm focusing on. I'm giving you a chain because I don't not worry about the chain. Oh, you're welcome, Kelly. Okay, so this is a silver pendant. It is considered deco, Art Deco. That's the word I was looking for. And I got to write that down because I'll keep forgetting what it is. Art Deco pendant. It is sterling. It is marked sterling, not 925, which is different. My wife is convinced, and I agree with her. I tested it. I don't have a Presidium, but I do have a diamond tester, and sometimes it gives you an idea of the hardness. We think these are two gemstones in here that are citrine. Really. One, when I did try to find it, there was a similar one that had white opal, but I don't think that's what this is. I think citrine is really right. Okay. So you can see these are really nice gems in here. Okay. I'm going to try and because of I can't guarantee what the gemstones are, but I know they're gemstones. Even if they're citrine, this is going to be worth. It was really hard to pin this down when I tried to look it up. So I'm just going to call it Art Deco sterling pendant. With gemstone. And I'm going to start this. I'm trying to be careful here. I'm going to say 25. Okay. Oops, I mistyped gemstone, but you know what I meant. So, again, this is marked sterling on the inside of this loop. I don't know if it'll show on camera, but it is there. I guarantee it. And there's the back. And I found out an interesting thing. The reason they design some jewelry like this with the back open with a gem is so it can be cleaned. But it is a really interesting Art Deco piece. As you can see, it has a really large bail on it. So you might want to put it's not heavy. I weighed it. I forget how many grams it is, but it was not heavy. It just looks heavy. But the stones, they just really, really nicely cut. And I may be, again, I may be giving away the story on this one. I don't know. Like I said, I tried to research it as best I could to be fair with my price, but also not to short myself as well. I don't even remember where we got this. But I see Kelly at 25. And Omega. Okay. So I'll throw the chain in just so you have a chain for it. Again, this is one of these ones that are marked 925. I think they are silver, but not necessarily solids. I mean,
925 silver. So we'll say going once. Oops, got to type it in the right place here. Hang on. Going once. Going twice. Last call. And sold to Kelly for $25. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Kelly. I hope you enjoy it. And let me know. I was curious if you find out anything more about it that I couldn't. I did try to find it, and I found similar. Some that had white opal, almost exactly the same pattern. But I don't think this white opal. It could be, but I just don't know for sure. And I wish I had a Presidium. One of these days. We keep saying we're going to buy one, but they're expensive. If you're not familiar with a Presidium, that's a tool similar to the diamond testers that gives you the hardness of what they call the Mohs scale of the item you're probing. And knowing the hardness of something like that can give you an idea of which gemstone it is. Sometimes some of them are pretty close to each other, so it's not perfect, but it does a pretty decent job. Okay. That was that, and that, and that. And I'm trying to remember what else I wanted to show that wasn't jewelry. Think. I thought I had one more toy somewhere. Guess not. I was thinking I had a good selection of non-jewelry items tonight, but I guess that was the last of it. Maybe. Well, no, I have one more non-jewelry item, but we'll hold off on that for a moment. Okay, I'm just thinking. You bear with me here. All right, let's do this bracelet. We haven't done a bracelet for a while. And let me get my little bracelet display. I don't think I showed this last week. Maybe I did. Let me see. I don't think there's any markings on this. None that I can find. It's a little gold tone bracelet. And you can see it's got a reddish purple crystal there. It's a gold tone. Let me get this turned up a little bit. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we can my wife in particular can identify many of the gemstones rather readily. But some like this, when it gets a little where it could be either citrine or white opal, they can be very similar. This one has a yellowish tint to it, so that's why we're thinking citrine. But even citrine can be an expensive gemstone. So, but anyway, so this is a gold tone bracelet. I'm just going to call it that. I'm gonna say we'll start this at $4. I think it's just crystals and stuff, and there's a clasp there. You see the gold tone, and so I'm gonna try and put it on my hand here, so you can see it's got this set of thing there, and another purple piece there between the beads, and another one there. I think this is fairly short. Let me weigh it. Let me measure it. I'll spread it out here so you can see it and bring it down. There we go. It looks like it's almost 7.5, pretty close to 7.5. Yep, I didn't think it was, but
Maybe because it's so petite, it was kind of throwing me off. But it is a lobster claw style. Again, gold tone with the little purple crystals. And gold tone adornment, I guess is the way I'm looking for. And on this one, it has two darker beads on either side of the larger purple bead or crystal. And the black. So, okay. Okay. Let me write that down. I keep putting my pen down and I forget where I put it. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, no interest in the bracelet. That's fine. I do have another set of stones. Let's see, anybody interested? We'll do the same deal on those that we did on the previous ones. 5 for 5. These are a little different. This one, let me get that one. There we go. Oh, that didn't sound good. Sorry, stuff falling over here on me. Oh, there goes my camera again. Why is that camera doing this to me? Weird. Okay. That was kind of strange. Okay. So there's another. Pass on that bracelet, right? And polished stones for $5. Another. Oops. There. Okay. And so you can see there's a little different here. This one's got some really nice color, orange and kind of vein-like through it. This is another piece here. And this is more pink than it appears on camera. And this is a piece of, I think this is jasper. Maybe a type of jasper. And then this one's got some interesting banding in it. Yeah, I should show you where I'm getting these from. They're interesting. In fact, I think it's a good idea. I'll show you. I'm going to pull this off the screen here and then get my camera up and get this out of the way. Show you. Let me get this. If it wasn't so complicated, I would say I would. You can see I've got it. Well, there goes the camera again. Why does it keep shutting the camera off? And why does it keep going back to me for the camera? It's like it's got a bad connection. Let me use the camera again for a second here. And go to that. Why is I must have a loose connection somewhere. Maybe, like I said, I've said this a couple times before. It's time. I think it's time to get a new camera. It's been acting up way too many times. There. Okay. There.
it did it again. I may have to. I'm having some camera difficulties tonight. It does not want to stay. Even my other camera's acting up now a little bit. Sorry. Technology issues here. All right, is that going to stay? Just so you see, I mean, I've got all these. These are all stones I've collected, and everything from pieces of geodes and various pieces. I had to, some of these are tumbled, some of these are raw, but that kind of gives you an idea what kind of stuff I've been doing for you over the past 70 years. And that's just one bin. I've got 2 of those. So, all right. Well, let's go into some earrings, I guess. These earrings I'm going to show now next have a marking on the back that I cannot read. And I apologize for that. I think they're marked on the back. They're I think a ceramic earring with a possible. I don't know if the post is silver or not, but I'll show you the earrings anyway. And they may. The word that looked like it said on there was Canada. So let me bring this down. The cute little earrings. They're just a post earring. And they are something written on the back. I put my loop to it, but it's just not. However they put it on the back, it's not clear. So anyway, but we're going to call these the heart earrings. And I'm going to start these at $5. Bring it up closer, you can see it better. And like I said, there was some. I'll see if I can get you so you can see what I'm talking about on the camera. But I don't know how well it'll come out. But there is some writing on the back of these things, and I just cannot make it out. And I can see it right there. See it? Something written there, but can't make it out. It's just not clear as to what it could be. It comes out a little better on this camera than my other one, to say. So, anyway, I see Kelly at 5. It's interesting what if you make out what it says on here, I would love to know. Maybe just my eyesight's that bad or whatever, but we'll say going once. Going twice. Last call. So to Kelly for $5. Thank you. And write your name down on that. Okay. All right. Where was I? More jewelry, I guess. So I'm just double checking, make sure I could have sworn I had more non-jewelry stuff. I have some coins and stuff, but I didn't have a chance to sort through them yet. So I will defer that to some other time. I can give you a better feeling for it. So I've got some Italian, some Belgian, some Spanish coins, and some of these are from early 1900s. So I've got some beautiful glassware too that I may or may not decide to do something with. Okay. Oh, I know what it was, the Trifari stuff. I will put something up. Here we go. I knew I had something that wasn't technically jewelry related. I've got a couple of little cute magnets. Let me put them down here. Little turtles.
magnets. I've had these in the. I think I've had some of these before in the past. Um, these are little mini guys. They're only about an inch, roughly. Let me get that off the screen. Um, we'll start these at $5. There's an interest. I'm going to mute myself briefly here while I go. Okay, I'm back. I think resin. Okay. Let me have a look. Well, there's the magnet. I'm going to say yes. I don't know. They feel more plasticky than resin. I think no. I would say they're very light. I would say no. They're probably acrylic, painted acrylic. Yeah, there's a little tiny magnet on the bottom. So no, I would say they're. See the color, the black. I would say they're more acrylic than. Yeah. So. All right. I'm. First, uncooperative here. Sorry, things are tangled. Got all tangled up here in where I had them stored. And I got. Oh, I only grabbed the one. I thought I grabbed both of them. All right. All right. Let me see if I got the right. Or if I grabbed the right pieces of jewelry or not. Here, give me a second. I don't know if I did. Oh, I gotta get my loop out here for a second. While I leave those up there for just a moment. Yeah, they almost look like clay, but I don't think they are. So, yes. Okay. Give me a second here to. Well, I'm trying to get this piece of Trifari jewelry up, and then it was a little tangled up with another piece. So give me a second here. And I hope everybody's doing well again. For those that are out there that are being quiet in the chat. Oh, I just can't get this piece to untangle here. Let's try that again. Okay. Yeah. I first saw this necklace, I thought, oh my, this is really quite something. But when I found out it was Trifari, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then I said, oh, I wonder if it's, and it's not. But okay, we'll pass on these, and we'll get this Trifari piece up. You just get a bag to put those in. Now, I am not sure. This came from an estate. This piece, and is what they call a statement piece.
And it is marked Trifari. Get it lined up here properly. Oh, it says that there's more than just two people out there. They're just whoever's lurking is just being quiet, and that's okay. I understand that. I do that too. So. Goodness. Oh yeah, skeptical. Okay, so I'm going to put it out here, and I'm going to ask less than what I think I should, than what I would be putting it for out on eBay. Just so you understand where I am. I've seen a similar piece on, I think it was an Etsy, going for, it was similar faux pearls and rhinestones. Oh, just you chatting. Oh, yeah. That happens all the time. Not a big deal. So I've got this Trifari piece. They call it a statement necklace. And I'm going to start. This is going to sound crazy. I don't usually ask this kind of money in my auctions, but apparently these are, even though it's only gold tone, it's not even gold. If it was gold, we'd be talking, over $1,000. But it is gold tone with faux pearls and rhinestones. And I don't know what the length is. I'll have to measure it for you. But these guys going for some weird prices all over the place. I'm going to start this at $50, and I think that's still I think that's still a good deal. I think they go for a lot more, but that's where I am, and I'm going to measure. I got to measure that, as I promised. I think it's going to be about 14, and the clasp is where it's marked Trifari. And I'll try and show it here. Marked on this one or the other? Oh, yeah, it's marked on this. Right there. Here's where it's marked. If I can get that to focus. And the length of that is, it's because it curves, it's really hard to get a length on it. You cannot straighten it out. So I'm going to say it looks like it's about 14 maybe in length. If I measure it halfway, 7 and 7, yeah, about 14. But it is a nice piece. Yeah, I am going to throw it out there on Etsy shortly. But I thought I'd throw it out there for my folks out there in auction world and see if there's anybody who would be interested before I put it out on Etsy for a little bit, quite a bit more actually. And then I've got this other piece that came from the same estate that I haven't had a chance to look at much either. Again, it's a gold, and it's also, this one's not marked, I don't believe. It has some marking on it. Let me see here. I'll leave that piece up for a minute while you can stare at it. And I thought this one had a marking. Yeah, this one does have a marking on it. So I need to find out what this marking means, but I'll show it to you. And if anybody can tell, if anybody out there has recognized this, it's reminiscent of a piece from a designer, this particular designer, and I'll tell you who they think it is. It is Dorlan, D''Orlan, articulated fish pendant. So, but okay. Well, yeah. Okay. So I'm not too far off with this then. Okay. All right. All right. Thanks, Kelly. I appreciate that. Really do. Okay, we're going to pass on this then. I'm just going to pull it aside, and I'll put that out there on Etsy and see if we can see what we can generate. This one's the other pieces I'm trying to find a value on. And this is called a Dorland, maybe a Dor. Off the screen. And vintage Dorland articulated fish, and on, I think I'm on Ruby Lane, somebody has a very similar one for over $100. So would I consider 40 for the Trifari? Yes, I would consider 40 for the Trifari. Sure. Let me put that in the chat. Sold to Kelly. Oh, let me write down what it is I'm selling. Trifari necklace. I can't type tonight. To Kelly for $40. Thank you. Okay. That'll make the person that gave me it comes from the state, but it's somebody I know, and so the money's going to go to them. So minus a small fee, of course. But doing it as a favor to a friend. So I will have to find a really good packaging for that. Keep it safe and keep it from tangling up. So yeah, this is vintage. I'm going to type it in the chat here. Dorland articulating necklace. And they are typically going for 100 plus. So I was going to maybe this one's going to be even. Oh, I can't spell it. Apparently, I can't write articulating. There we go. So again, I would probably start this one at around $50, and that's half of what I'm seeing him go for out there. But again, the friend that I'm selling this for, she doesn't really care if she gets the full value, so she just wanted to get rid of it. But anyway, so if there's any interest, it is an interesting piece. Like I say, this is articulating, as you can see, and it is covered in stones. Looks like it's missing one. That's not good. Or is that just on purpose? I can't tell. If it's missing one, then it's not worth as much, obviously. But it is marked on the back with 3 numbers. Right there. See if we can get that without the glare. Nope. All right, I'll just tell you what it says. Hang on. 389. It's heavy, but I think that's gold plating. If it's, it's not gold, but it's gold plating possibly on there. The chain is gold tone. There's no markings on the chain at all. I see your offer, Kelly. Just give me a minute. I'm beginning to wonder if this is deliberate or not. It looks like it's missing 2 stones, so I want to make sure you're aware of that. I think. I don't have the stones to replace. So, no, and it's missing another one there. I'll take that back. So, if you don't want it, that's fine. It looks like it's missing a couple of the small rhinestones. As you can see, I didn't notice it until I brought it up close on camera. So, yeah. So that's okay. If you don't want it, I understand. I'm going to have to see if I can find. I might have some stones to replace them, but I don't know for sure. So I will pull that for now. Yeah, it's not worth 45. Yeah, I agree. All right. And I had another Trifari piece. I guess it wasn't in the box. I pulled that other one out of. So, alrighty, not a problem. sometimes you don't see something until you look at it real up close, and I was just a quick glance at it. All right, well, let's go to this other necklace that I know is okay and not missing any pieces. And I think this is a vintage piece. All right, no, I got to write down your purchase of the Tafari before I forget. There. Okay, so this one has a name on it too, and this one is, I'm trying to do a name here. Give me a second. Oh yeah, Maryland, and I'll write it down on the thing. Another necklace with some rhinestones and stuff. I'm going to give you the name here in the thing in a second. Schiff necklace. And we'll start this one at $10. It is not, this is not a stone in here, I'm pretty sure. It doesn't feel cold to the touch. It's kind of a brass gold color with the rhinestones all around it. You can see it's pretty good size. There's the back. And it's interesting that they patterned the little hearts in the back of the quote stone. I'm not going to call it a stone because, like I said, it does not feel cold to the touch. But the little rhinestones look real. And then there's this gold tone chain with it, and it can use probably a little bit of a cleaning, I would say, too, with the extender. And it's a really long chain. I would guess that's close to 26 or 28-inch chain. And there's the name. Let me get the name tag out there where you can see it. And I did spell it correctly. It is Maryland Schiff. And I see Kelly at 10. And we'll say going once. It is a fascinating piece. And let me see if that doesn't help much. I'm trying to get better light on it. But it's like an antique brass finish, almost more than a gold. If that makes sense. Going twice. Last call. So to Kelly for $10. Thank you. Let me write that down. Okay. Let me find a bag to put that in. Okay, there. And I said thank you, I hope. Alrighty. More jewelry. See, I had a bunch of earrings here. What did I do with them? That's one of them. And there's the other one. Okay. I gotta find a little card to put these on because they're just not going to show up really well. These are very tiny little earrings. What did I do with it? Oh, the others. There it goes. I know I had them here handy. So these are interesting. These are marked sterling. They could use a good cleaning. I didn't have time. I apologize for that. But these are very tiny little earrings. Post earrings. Just trying to get them on a card here because they're just too tall, too tiny for me to hold and show on camera. All right. So, as you see, they're very tiny. You can see relative to my thumb. So there's a little tiny mice that are marked sterling on their tail, on the backside. They're just a post earring. Yeah, the antique brass look is nice. It's a much. I'll tell you what, it looks much better than it does on camera. You know, in fact, that's one of the good things I can tell you. And we're going to start the sterling mice earrings at, they're tiny, so I'm just going to start them at $6. I'm showing you up close here. Since I write it down. I see Kelly at 6. And you're going to need to clean them up a little bit. A little silver polish. A little right silver cream. I just didn't have a chance. And like a toothbrush or something to them. We'll say going once. Going twice. Last call. Grab us up a water here while I'm waiting. And sold to Kelly for $6. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, Kelly. Thanks. Put that with your other stuff. Okay, I had one more body wash. That's $15.95. I forgot I had it. Dream Bright, again for Bath and Body Works. Do a buy it now or $5. Anybody's interested? And this one is called Dream Bright. And let's see, this one is Sapphire Berries, Night Blooming Orchid, and Crystallized Vanilla. Made with Provitamin B. This one is B6. I can't make it out. Yeah, and aloe. And that's 10 ounce. Okay. I'll do this next. I'm getting on 10:20 already. Okay. Let's do this. I know I'm forgetting something else. Okay, it'll come to me probably afterwards. I had more coins and stuff. Oh, I had a ring, a couple of rings. Maybe I should. No, I'm not going to do that. And I'm not going to do that. All right. We did that already. Oh, no. Did we do that one? No, we didn't do that one. Okay. All right. Nobody interested in the body wash. We'll pass on that. And necklace. I have a interesting little necklace that is
is faintly in gold tone, I guess is the best way to describe it. And with rhinestones, and it's a gold tone necklace. I did not see any markings on it. No. Looks like about an 18-inch, roughly.
Oops, let's get the camera on it properly. And we'll start this one at, oh my gosh, I have no idea. I think I'll stay $7.
And just looking through.
We'll try and get that up close here for you to get a better look at it.
It could stand, again, this could stand a little bit of cleaning as well, I think. Nothing serious, just, but it's got a nice sparkle to it. And let's show you the back. Let's see. Let's get that kind of a gold tone to it. The chain itself, very delicate. And the clasp.
Okay. I'm trying to see what else I got left here. Oh yeah, I do have a couple items. All right. Maybe I'll show this as well. Okay, so I'm very quiet. I'm not talking much. I'm just trying to set up the next item. A couple of items, actually. All right. We'll pass on that. And we will... bracelet. Another bracelet. And this does not react to a magnet, but I don't know if it's silver or not. It's not showing up very well, is it? Let me put it on my hand. I think it's got a lot of danglies to it, see? Little green crystals and clear crystals, and some that are like Aurora Borealis style crystals. And just a really busy little bracelet. Very different. Here's the clasp. You can see no markings on it. I'm just going to lay it down, I think. You can see it that way. We'll start this one at $6. How's that? And I think that's going to be, let me unhook it here. Check the length. I'm going to guess it's probably 7.5, as most of them seem to be. Where's the clasp? Right there. No, actually, it's shorter. It's only about, it's just shy of 7, it looks like. 6 3/4. So, a little shorter than the average bracelet. quite busy. Okay. And last but not least, we'll do another necklace, and then we'll probably call it a night. So I gotta go walk the dogs. Okay, we'll pass on this. And this is called, I think I wrote down, faceted glass. Maybe some seashell here and silver tone. I found no markings on it whatsoever. It does not react to a magnet anywhere on it. So it's kind of that doesn't mean it's silver. It just means it's not iron. But it's faceted glass, silver tone. It's got a toggle style clasp. Again, I did this thing the once over to try and see if there was any markings. But and we're going to the faceted glass necklace. We'll start this at 7 as well. I think we were doing most of the necklaces tonight, and we're on that price. Just to give you an up close look and see. I mean, if it's silver, there's a lot of it there, but I don't think it is. Again, it's old enough. It's possible. It's possibly that it's old. Some of the older stuff wasn't marked, so I have no idea. But there were no markings on here at all, anywhere. Not a name, not a manufacturer, nothing. Just give you a clue what the material looks like. And I'd say these things that sort of look like maybe a sort of a shell material. I don't know. Just catch the light. Length. Sure. Well, I'm going to say that's pretty long. It's a double strand, of course, as you saw. 15? Oh, I thought it was longer than that. I thought maybe it's close to 16. Let me see here. Yeah, it says 15. Looks like 15. I'm trying to make sure I have it stretched out. It could be close to 16. Yeah, almost 16. Between 15 and 16. I thought it was longer than that, to be honest. But... So... Okay, let me grab a sip of water here. Oh, I didn't put that up on the screen either, did I? So, necklace. Oh, and the previous bracelet. Yes. You mean this bracelet. I assume you mean this bracelet. Just double check on, but yes, I would actually. Just gonna put it in the chat. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna say sold to Kelly for $12. Necklace and bracelet. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, and I'm just looking around to make sure there's nothing else. I didn't have much in the, if you watched the preview, you realize I did not have much in the preview. And there's another necklace I was hoping to show tonight, but I'm having troubles getting it untangled. So I'll get that untangled some other time and be next week. So, okay. Well, you're very welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Switch cameras. I may have to switch cameras and use this. This one here seems even more reliable. The other one seems to keep dropping out. But anyway, let me write my name on the bag here and the price. And I just have my marker. Here it is. But there. Well, anyway, that is where we are for the evening. And appreciate everybody who's, even if you didn't buy anything, I appreciate you being here. Hopefully you'll click on that like and the subscribe. And put some comments out there for future things you may or may not want. So I got to write this down on my list here as well, Kelly. Make sure I don't forget. Okay. There. And so, that is it for tonight. Yeah, I think it's where it plugs in. It gets bumped easily when I'm shuffling around, and so I think that's what's happening. Oh, I did have another necklace. Oh well, next time. And I'll have some more interesting coins too. I think next time, as well as I had a couple of watches I was going to show tonight, but then I couldn't confirm that they work. And not that because they're broken, it's just that I couldn't verify that. Oh, there's the other piece. Doggone it. There's the other. Well, just out of curiosity, I did find, there's the other, I think this is the other Trifari piece. Let me look. See if it's marked. Yes, I think it is. Yep. I have a Trifari bracelet, and it's got the little safety chain. This, whoop, 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 there it is. We'll have that next week. Yeah, I'm not going to do it tonight. Or we decide to sign off. So we'll have it next week. It's kind of looks like a blue and bluestone and rhinestone kind of thing. So, but we'll have it next week. But there it is. Yeah, I found it. So we'll get it up. We'll get it up next week. We'll have it next week. Let's see if it be a good teaser for next week. How's that? And give me a chance to look it up too. See if it's anything that's worthwhile. But appreciate all the purchases and appreciate folks being here. Even if you were just lurking, like I said, and if you saw something that didn't sell, holler. If you see something you didn't see something you wanted to see, let me know. I've got amazing amount of stuff, variety wise. Like I said, I don't generally do clothing, rather limited amounts usually, but simple things. But anyway, and maybe at some point we will be doing a joint one with Beth or somebody like that in the future. Hasn't worked out just yet, so we'll keep trying. And that would be probably on a Sunday at 5 if we do it. So keep a heads up if we decide to do one on Sunday at 5 o'clock. That's Eastern Standard Time. I will post a preview. Try to post a preview on Saturday or Sunday morning. So have a blessed evening and a great weekend that's coming up. We'll see you next time.